I must say this is a pretty cool feeling. It's kind of like a zombie apocalypse movie. No people, no vehicles. So I am in a shared taxi going from Bahrain to Qatar. We're at our halfway break. And I know in all of my videos here in the Gulf, I have said, man, it's hot, man, it's sticky, but today wins. It was okay leaving Bahrain, but just now getting out of this air-conditioned van to this gas station, boom, the heat is overwhelming. There is absolutely no wind. The sun is very, very hot. It's approximately 43 degrees right now, and it's not just the sun burning off your head or your face, but if you just stand still, you can just feel the heat punching you right onto your skin. It's unreal. So I don't know how long I'm gonna last in Qatar. Hopefully it cools down next few days, but it's supposed to get even hotter. So when you stand still, it is incredibly hot, but the moment you start to move and walk, you can feel the heat actually blowing off your eyeballs. My eyeballs are hot. I've never experienced this. Oh my God. Well, it is now 4:30. I'm all checked in my room. Time to start exploring Qatar on night number 1. So I have to start off by saying this. I walked to the main street because I was going to jump on the city bus and work my way to the closest metro, but I decided to stick my thumb out on the way to the bus, and boom, I was picked up in under 5 minutes by a Pakistani guy and his friend. Both Pakistani, and they drove me right to where I wanted to go. I said, no, you don't have to drive me, all the way. Just drop me off at the closest metro, I'll be fine. And they drove me all the way downtown and saved me about an hour and dropped me off right here. Nicest guys ever. So I'm going to start off by exploring Shark Village and Spa. I really like these street lights shaped like feathers. The National Museum of Qatar. This is an appropriate name. It's called Box Park. That building there is the Grand Cruise Terminal. Welcome to the waterfront. I am now walking through a park that leads me to a place called Doha Skyline Viewpoint. That building right there is called the Museum of Islamic Art, and my viewpoint is way out here. Well, they say it's the best view of the city out here, and I tend to agree. Museum of Islamic Art. That building there is the Qatar Islamic Cultural Center. So the good thing about Qatar is it does have a subway system, green, red, and yellow lines, 3 different lines. It's very simple. You buy this card, like a top-up card. It is only 10 Qatar Rial, just a couple of bucks, and you can put 10 Rial on it, and it's actually 2 Rial per ride, which is approximately 55 cents US to ride the metro / subway here in Qatar. So let's jump on the subway and head downtown. I'm kind of old school, so I've got my paper map here. There's the 3 lines. I am going to Corniche. Well, hello. Meow, meow, meow. Psst, 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 psst. Well, I think if you eat too much cotton candy and you sit on the toilet, that's what happens. So it is a giant walrus made of metal. Nope, I thought it was a walrus until I came on the other side, noticed that is a big fat fish. From the other side it looked like a walrus, but obviously when looking at that, that is not a walrus. Okay, I stand corrected again. Does that not look like metal? Yes it does, but take a look at this here. Standing over 24 meters tall, inflatable dugong, mammoth gladiator. It's inflatable. What? It's a big ass balloon. When I got close to it, you could hear the fans blowing underneath the base. So it is inflatable. Crazy. Sorry Dubai, but Doha is so much better. Oh, I love it here. This is a nice place. This is only my second day, but it is a very beautiful city with a lot of really cool pieces of artwork. At first I thought these were oranges, and then I thought they were tennis balls, but as I got close I realized that they're foam balls, kind of like little magic balls, and it is a piece of artwork. From the side it doesn't look like much, but it does from the front. That's very different. So way out there you can see that little piece of sand there. That is actually called Palm Tree Island, but there's no palm trees. But there is that very cool round piece of artwork, which maybe represents palm tree. The thing I noticed right away here in Doha is that it's real grass. No offense, Dubai, you've got fake grass everywhere. What is that? From this distance, you can see the size of that giant inflatable fish. They call this guy Ori the Oryx statue. Those two buildings are the Ministry of Interior, government offices. So unlike all the other Gulf countries I have visited, what I'm loving about Doha here in Qatar is that the grass is actually real. It is not fake. They have bike paths, they have walking paths, they have running paths. It is way more nature friendly and pedestrian friendly than Dubai and pretty much all of these Gulf countries. So let me show you a little bit of this map of Al Bida Park. It is a huge area. The bridge up there is what I was on, and I showed you the Ministry of Interior. Walking paths, running paths, that's where I am, and I'm heading down through all of this here. And again, there is a lot to see and do. It is a massive, massive park. Let's see as much as we can until it gets dark. This park has amazing walkways to explore. Doha Palace. That is the Grand Mosque of Qatar. Time to explore Souk Waqif, or Cultural Heritage Village. didn't know what it was till I looked at it from the front. It's a giant fingernail or toenail. Well, that kind of surprised me. I knew the city had a underground subway slash metro system, but in this small area they have a 360 tram. Goes around just a couple of blocks, which is what you just saw. Very cool. Now that is a blue square, and they have a projector shooting over on this wall. Boom. Now I know it is 10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday, but all of these restaurants on the bottom, as you can see, these yellow lights are all completely empty. They're open, but they are empty. So this square is very cool, as you can see, very blue, but very empty. And that building there is a super modern mosque. Alright, good afternoon from Qatar. These guys picked me up hitchhiking today from Bangladesh and they drove me to the metro. So thank you guys so much. Okay. Bangladesh #1? Yes. Yes? Thank you. Good afternoon. I am back at the Souk Waqif, and basically I came back here because last night I went in this police station slash fire station, spoke to the security about possibly showing my street project here this weekend. It was so busy with so many people. And what they said is come back tomorrow, which is today, and go to the building way down here at the end on the left, administrative office, and ask them if I can get permission to show the street project. Well, I am now back here. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sign on the door says they work from 8 to 12. So that's what's strange about these Gulf countries, is that no one does anything during the day. They only come out in the afternoon or at night because of the heat. But government offices work in the morning and they only work 4 hours because they want to enjoy, I guess, the evening temperatures. So you need to get up early, you need to come down to see these guys between 8 and 12, and then you need to get out of the heat and return later on in the day. Ah, what a pain. So as many people know, the 2022 World Cup football slash soccer was held here in Qatar, and boom, there is the stadium. This entire area is very, very new. It's called Lusail City. I'm gonna stroll through some of these funky buildings, some crazy architecture, and it is in the area again of the FIFA World Cup stadium. So there it is. It is a big one. Well, I'm going to say this, I have mixed emotions when it comes to these giant events that humans spend millions and millions of dollars on. Things like the World Expo, the Olympics, the FIFA World Cup. These buildings over here, and there's dozens that are going to go along the street, are built for people to stay just for this one-time event. The monuments, the parks, all of this stuff that is designed. And when I was in Dubai, I went to the World Expo Center, and it is amazing how many billions of dollars go into building things for a one-time event. I just wonder sometimes if we could take this money and put it into things like poverty and helping the animals and helping the earth and, you know, global warming and things that, for me, are slightly more important. No offense to my friends that love their football, but slightly more important than a sporting event or a World Expo But hey, that's just me, right? Thousands of stores, thousands of buildings, absolutely no people. I must say this is a pretty cool feeling. It's kind of like a zombie apocalypse movie. No people, no vehicles. The newest thing is these cool 3D screens that are going all over the world. Here's an example. So you can probably hear the music in the background. They have speakers all the way down the streets, giant subwoofers, huge speakers. So maybe at night this place comes alive. There is a lot of restaurants. This might be the party street. Hanging between these four awesome looking towers is, well, we have a fancy red carpet and a hanging shark. There's stadium on both sides, as you can see, seats on the left and the right. Maybe they have some type of light show at night involving this shark. So cool! And I must say this, these four buildings are very tall. So as you can see, there is a lot of construction workers. I mean hundreds and hundreds. They're just finishing up work. This entire area is being expanded. There is the I Love Qatar sign. And I've actually never seen so many construction workers ever. They're walking everywhere. They're all finished their shift. This is quite a massive growing area. So let's break down what we're looking at here. This is the direction I'm going to be walking in. There's lots of really funky buildings to see. I'm super curious about this thing right here. What? And now over here there are two islands. You can see 1 and 2 connected by a bridge in the middle. This is called Entertainment City, but I don't think it's open yet. There's lots of construction going on out there. You can see, oh, there's another plane. They're flying by like literally every 3 minutes. So these two newly built bridges here bring you over to Entertainment Island, and you can see, I think that's a giant water park, it looks like, being built. The sun is beginning to set. There is absolutely no one on this promenade area at all. It is a total ghost town. Alright, so this is gonna help right here. We were at the Lusail Stadium. Boom. These actually were called, oh, let me zoom in here. These were called the Al Said Plaza Towers. And this one is the Qatar Towers. It's kind of hard to see. It's a very blurry window, but that's where we're going. Well, this thing is so brand new, it's not even on my map. I don't know if it's a hotel or a mall, but let's go see. Yes, it is a giant, crazy mall. So I'm following all these signs that say the dancing fountains. I'm curious what it is. And of course in the middle, Cartier, Louis Vuitton. Over here we have Dior. And then we have Prada, all of the money is in the middle. And of course, keeping with tradition of the Gulf countries, the moment I started making a video with my camera, the security comes over. Excuse me, no camera, no camera. Need a permit, need permission, need to spend money, need a document. But you can use your cell phone, which I'm on right now. What these countries don't realize is that nowadays, mobile phones with like 4K quality take better photos and videos than most cameras. So it looks like I'm on the outside, but I'm on the outside inside. So basically this mall goes around in a giant circle, and this is located in the middle. So you have to walk around the mall, which is a beautiful mall, full of lots of money and fancy stores. So you can get here into the center, and I'm hoping a dancing fountain show will start soon. So this thing is 4 floors high and built like a coliseum. It is absolutely massive. And that was the magnificent fountain show. So there is the huge mall I was just in. This is a new man-made island, and they've got a Ferris wheel out there, and I'm heading over here. Oh yeah. Welcome to Qatar Towers. Alright, so I'm on the 33rd floor, the fancy restaurant on the right-hand side, the right wing, and way in the distance there's those 4 buildings from earlier. Now this is a fancy hotel. So in all of these Gulf countries, I have probably hitchhiked now, I'd say 15 or 20 times, and let's just say 20. I would say 17 or 18 times I was picked up by non-Gulf residents. Bangladesh, India, Philippines, you know, anyone who's not from here, Jordan, Egypt. Maybe 2 or 3 local people. Well, I gotta say, this is one thing I do not like about the Gulf countries is overload of security. You basically can't really do much. There are signs everywhere, no talking, no loud voices, no music, wear proper clothing, no eating here, no drinking there. And I don't mean, you know, like animal areas where there's no food. I mean like a park, and there's cameras everywhere. Like here, I'm in the middle of nowhere, just a little grassy knoll, and look, boom, there are cameras everywhere. And there's actually, I think, a security guy about to come up. Yeah, here he comes in his golf cart. Yeah, there he is. Boom. They are everywhere. It's actually just too much. Well, that was perfect timing, because that guy, security that just drove away, told me I cannot use my camera, even though I'm just up here in a hill in a bunch of grass in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, cell phones are allowed, but cameras no. You need permit, you need permission, you need documents, all this stuff. I've been dealing with this in every country in the Gulf. So to sum it all up, it's nice to visit these Gulf countries. I'm glad I came to see them, but no offense to every single one of them. They're on my do not return list for many reasons, and one is just, I don't know, I feel there's no freedom here. You need a permit to breathe. I can just sort of feel it. The locals say it too. The poor locals, not the rich locals. They're the ones that make the rules. The Qatar Amphitheater. Right when you've already seen a lot of money, nope, there's always more. A golden building. Ah, that would explain it. I walked around to the other side of the building and realized it's a golden mosque. Well, it's always nice to see homeless cats all over the Gulf countries, and a lot of poor people that can't afford very much, and they don't recycle. I see garbage blowing all over the place, sitting in the water, in the, you know, in the rivers and whatnot. But at least they put their money towards important things like a golden mosque. Yep, priorities, you know. I'm going to show you on my map here where I'm heading. This is called the Pearl Island. Just going to zoom in here. This is going to take a long time on foot, but I'm going to walk out. There's 3 different neighborhoods. St. Regis Hotel is sitting here. I'm gonna walk along a whole bunch of different restaurants. There's a neighborhood here way out to the end, possibly out here to these big fancy things. I don't know what those are. A little private. I don't know if I'll be able to get there. They're probably private. Down around this side as well, there's another third neighborhood over on this side and back. I think it's gonna estimate about 3-4 hour walk to get it all done. I don't know. But welcome to the Pearl Island. So here these street markings tell you the Pearl is straight ahead, and this G1 is one of the 3 neighborhoods the bridge goes over. So it is a huge island with a lot of stuff. I'm gonna call it the fancy car neighborhood. We got Ferraris on this side. Over here we have Rolls Royce. Alright, this map's a little better than mine. You can see all the different sections, different restaurants, different quarters. I am here. This is where all the fancy cars are. St. Regis Hotel. I'm gonna walk along the promenade here, probably over here. I may or may not get out to the end. That is a big walk, but possibly I'll get this area done and then back out, because somewhere over here is the metro. There you go, that's the Pearl Island, all man-made. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Dubai as well as Doha are full of hot female DJs. Kind of funny now that the world has gone virtual with laptops. It's all hot Russian, Ukrainian girls pretending to DJ. Many people don't know this, but I was a DJ for over 20 years in hundreds of nightclubs, and I was a record scratching, vinyl mixing DJ. Because I remember that's when the skill was in. You had to learn how to actually beat match and mix. But now, as long as you're sexy, you can be a DJ, because the computer mixes itself. And of course, because I'm walking through a rich area and I happen to be talking to my camera, boom, security just came up to me. Excuse me, sir, do you have a permit to use your camera? Oh my God. Gulf countries, please relax. You have billions of tourists, and some of them have a big camera in their hand. Relax. So I've just entered another quarter. This is the Connaught quarter here on Pearl Island. So here's that map again. When I first saw the map, I was here. I walked for 2 hours all the way here and through this area. I am now in here. Going to explore this and head back out. I am too damn tired to do this. Another thing that bothers me about technology is how we can recreate anything. We can take a place in the Gulf, in the Middle East, in the middle of a desert, and we can turn it into Venice. If I wanted Italy, I would go to Italy. Ah, Venice. Oh, sorry, I mean Qatar. So my super awesome host has taken me out of Doha to another city, to another souk that's not as touristy. Supply market, honey market, multiple use market, and date market. Date market? Yes! She's here waiting for me. Enjoying a lovely lunch full of camel riders, my host, and some yummy food. Welcome to Education City. That is the Education City Stadium. So the reason it's called Education City is it's various universities, not just one or two, but there's a Carnegie University, Texas University, Georgetown University, many of them. So this in front of us is the library. We're going to check this out first. Ta-da! And that was the National Library. This giant structure in front here on my map is labeled as the Education City Mosque. What? These things are super tall. I've explored a lot of colleges and universities around the world, but there's something really cool about this one. They really focused on nature, they focused on different parks and paths. The architecture is very cool. They even have these balloon lights at night. Well done, Qatar. So from the highway you can see this is the back of the mosque. It's huge! Alright, so I'm in Aspire Park. We're going to check out Aspire Dome, Aspire Mosque, Aspire Tower, which is that. So this side here is Aspire Dome. In front of us here is Khalifa Stadium, which was one of the FIFA World Cup stadiums. And then over here is Aspire Tower. This tower was built originally for the Asian Olympics here in Qatar. That's why it is shaped like a torch. The torch, Doha. I feel like I'm in Italy again. I have returned to the Souk Waqif again for the fourth time. I'm going to attempt to speak to the administrative people about showing my street project. I leave the country in 2 days, so I have 2 more nights to possibly show the street project. So let's see if the big boss is in the office and if I get permission. So the main administrator of the Souk Waqif gave me permission, what? To show my street project way down at the end of the souk here, but not on this side, on the inside on the main street. Alright, so here's going to be my spot for either tonight or tomorrow. You come down this main street here, this is the main entrance and exit, and there's this restaurant cafe at the end. In the huge square, all the people park out here. They come from their Ubers, their taxis, park across the street, and they enter pretty much through this area. And he's given me permission to do it pretty much right here somewhere. Probably tomorrow night, because I'm going to finish my exploring today. I'll work tomorrow night, and then off I go to my next destination. So I have just exited the West Bay Metro. West Bay and DECC are the two metro exits which bring you here to the downtown where all of the skyscrapers are. So let's go explore some of the tall Qatar. So today is 48 degrees with no wind. It is super hot, and as you can see in all of the metro areas, they put this tinted winding up. Tinted winding, what the hell is tinted winding? Tinted stuff on the windows so you can't really see the buildings to stop the sun and the heat from coming in. So from this perspective we can see some of the architecture here in downtown Qatar. Some pretty cool looking buildings. Obviously I am still in the Gulf, so yes, the buildings are crazy. This one here in the middle is one of my favorites. The locals call it Condom Tower. As you can see, the condom is ejaculating out the end. Apparently at night, it used to be lit up with white lights all the way around it, and it looked more like a condom. So now it has golden / yellow lights, which we will see later when the sun goes down. As I walk down this street, there is a little bit of wind blowing on my face, but it feels like a heater shooting in my face. It's actually 48 degrees. Local told me the other day that last year it hit 57 degrees for a couple of days in August. And this is only 48 today. I'm telling you, this is the hottest wind I have felt blowing on my face. It is insane here. I'm trying to figure out what this thing is on the middle of that building right there. What is that? I knew what that was. It's a spaceship in the middle of the building. Knew it. So these two towers beside each other, the one on the left is the World Trade Center Tower, and the one on the right is the Doha Tower, or known as the Condom Tower. I have a better idea. Because they call it the Doha Tower or the Condom Tower, I'm going to call it the Doha Tower. Get it? Oh, that's funny. Even the birds here in the Gulf agree that it is too damn hot, and they all hide under the shade of the trees. Along this promenade is this building here, the Floating Enrichment Center. And then in the distance where I'm heading is the Sheraton Grand Convention Center, one of the oldest, or the oldest hotel, first hotel actually I think, in Doha. So when you visit all of these Gulf countries, if you're looking for some peace and quiet and you want to be alone, you just have to walk around in the afternoon when it's 27,000 degrees, hot, sticky, and humid, and you have total peace and quiet. No people, you're all on your own, but you'll probably pass out. Well, there it is, the oldest and probably ugliest hotel in Doha. Well, I was going to show you the pool in the back and the beach that goes with that hotel, but after I filled the form out and then you had to go through the scanning machine and then you had to remove the camera from my belt and then I had to fill out a form to bring the camera, all this crap, I said, you know what, forget it, have a lovely day. The reason I complain is not just security. There's security everywhere in the world, but to enter this hotel I had to go through the security, like the airport security. You had to scan your stuff, take it all off, put your camera through. I'm not carrying anything with me actually, just my camera on my clip, that's it. But they check your pockets, they check all this stuff to get into the hotel. Once I was in the hotel, I just wanted to see the pool in the backyard, and you have to go through the same system, fill out a document, scan your stuff, all that, but then I had to check the camera because I don't have a permit for the camera. I'm like, oh my God. Like somewhere between the lobby and the pool, I must have invented a bomb. I must have created a giant nuke missile that's in my pocket. So you gotta scan me again, you know, because I might blow up the pool. Ugh. None of the staff is upside down though. They gotta have somebody working upside down.
There's the toilet, I'm very happy now.
Was the toilet upside down?
The man's size and...
So I've been working here in the Souk Waqif here in Doha, Qatar for like maybe 3 hours now, and it has been like this for 3 hours non-stop. Thank God I got permission from the big bosses. It has been a hit here in Doha. My goal is 196 countries, every official one. 215 when you add in like Taiwan and Hong Kong and non-official countries. So maybe 20 more years to fill this with black dots. This is my full story. My friend in Egypt translated this, so it has an Egyptian accent to it. That's why if you're reading it, you can tell. So I've just been about 3.5 months in the Gulf. It is obviously nighttime now, time to show you the buildings in the dark. So there we are, here's a whole bunch of the downtown buildings lit up at night, and boom, Condom Tower, there it is. This building here reminds me of a mini Empire State Building from New York. So that ends my video of Doha here in Qatar. Thank you so much for watching. I must say I love Qatar. I love the city of Doha, and this is my last of the Gulf countries. It is time to leave the Gulf and go somewhere different. Country 100 coming up next.